Yo, what's going on, guys? McWiggle10 here, bringing you another video. In this one, this is gonna be kind of a different type of video. This is gonna be a kind of like who to invest in Movember slash team update slash hot update in general. Now that all the Movembers are released, you can start to make your investments. Uh, EA kind of dropped a bombshell, I would say, the last week with releasing the three rookies, or the three first overall picks in the set. But, first thing, I'm just gonna give a, regular team, update. I have 81,000 coins still. So, first line, Steve Sullivan, Taze and Milestone, or not Milestone Matthews, Movember Matthews. I've yet to play with Steve Sullivan. I'm really excited to play for him. I wish he had more speedster synergy. I think I might have to get one more speedster on my team. Whether if I have to get rid of somebody on the second line or the third line. But I played a couple games with Taze. He was pretty good. He's really good at faceoffs, obviously. He's really good all around though, and I've yet to use the milestone. Well, I guess it's Movember, but it's the same stats as the Movember. I really had this card as an investment, and I will tell you why later. They fixed it in the latest update. If you press up on the D-pad, it actually goes like the second line. It used to like be like reversed. Uh, Blake Wheeler, Kopitar, and Gaudreau. Gaudreau's not as good as he was last year, I find. Kopitar's really good. He's a little bit slow. Wheeler's got a good shot, but I find he's never in position for me for some reason. So not a bad second line, but I think I might upgrade this in the future. Third line, Ginla, Doug Gilmore, and Michael Grabner. Grabner's really good. Go and pick him up. He's like 40k, I think. Gilmore is okay. I use him on the penalty kill. Again, solid. I had a really good couple of first games with him. The last couple he's kind of died down. We got Hagelin, Movember Draisaitl, and Team Lead Jesse Puljujarvi, who I will get to in a second as well. Hagelin's really good. He's been really good in HUD for years. Draisaitl, he's not the best centerman, but I thought I would pick him up. He's a dark horse for under 23 team of the year, I would say. But other than that, nothing really. And then Team Lead Jesse Puljujarvi. I have, I guess you could say, more than one Jesse Puljujarvi in my club, you could say. Defense, regular Burns, regular Keith, really good defensive pairing. Actually thinking about moving Burns to like where Wheeler is, and then just getting a new defenseman. But I'm still pressing down on the D-pad and up on the D-pad, still thinking that they're the old ones. Bufflin and McDonough. McDonough, not too bad. Byfuglien's kind of slow. I call him Bufflin and then Byfuglien. Bufflin's kind of slow, but when he hits you, you know it. Ekblad and Markov. For an offensive defenseman, Markov, he doesn't really feel that good. I packed him last week. He doesn't really feel that good. Ekblad feels good. He's cheap. He's alright. And then Movember Jones and Movember Gibson as the goalies. So that's a little bit of a team update of 81k. Obviously from my latest video, I packed Team Tarasenko, and I also packed Movember Phil Kessel, who I sold both of them. I think I got like 465 for Tarasenko, and I think I got like 175 for Kessel. And then I sold the 4 carbon collectibles. I was at like 800k, and then I built the team. And yeah, we are here now. So let me just get into the Movember sets first of all. Alright, so obviously the Crosby is now available. So we had to do 4 of the Movember sets earlier, whether it was like the Pareko, Gossis Bear, uh, I forget, like Price I think was one. You need 6 Movember collectibles and then 10 carbon collectibles now. Carbon collectibles skyrocketed on Wednesday. They were going for about 58k last week. Alright, yeah, so they've kind of come down. Yeah, they've really come back down in value. They were like 80k when the new set was released. But one thing that's kind of ridiculous is the price of Movember collectibles. These things were like 30k, 20k when the first set was out. And hope you invested in them because they're going for about 100K each. I know you can obviously get them from winning division titles as well, but of course it's untradeable. The Ovechkin, I mean, it literally will cost thousands of dollars to do those two sets, and you had to do four of them already, or I guess you had to do two of them uh, already to get the Crosby. It literally costs thousands of dollars, like $1,000, I would say, to get these two cards. That's just the regular player will not be able to get these cards. I know they're very prestigious cards like a Movember. Like they're both going to be an offensive team of the year. They're both probably going to have 99 overall cards at some point. But what's the point of making them in the set if like the average player, like say me, even though I spent $250 last like this time last week, I bet you if I was to spend $250, I wouldn't be able to get half of the stuff here that I would need. There's no way. The one set I do think is worth doing is this one. So you need 4 carbon collectibles, which is about, what, 240K at the moment? And then you need 6 Movember collectibles. Now this is the pain in the dick. Say if you were to buy 12,000 NHL points, which is like $130. If you're looking to buy packs, honestly, wait until Movember packs come out and then just try and get one of these collectibles. Because you'll get the carbon just over time with like the coaches and the logos and the jerseys and stuff. But to get Matthews, McDavid, and Ekblad, I wanted to get all 3 of them, but I didn't have the coins unless I sold them. Like, I wouldn't be able to get McDavid unless I sold Sullivan, Burns, I wouldn't have a team. So the main one I really wanted was Matthews. I know a lot of people were upset that they didn't put in a line Movember at all. But I'm gonna tell you why you really don't need a Movember line A. And alright, so I'm just gonna get into it and I'm gonna give an example here. So for an investment purposes, I'm gonna go to the Team of the Week items that I have, and you're going to see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Team of the Week Jesse Puljujarvi's now around, I want to say middle second week of February, last week in NHL, or last year in NHL 16, not last week. They released gold card upgrades for the rookies. So last year it would have been McDavid, Eichel, I think Larkin got one, I think Hellebuck got one, players like that. So rookies from last year, I can't really remember all of them off the top of my head. It was a while ago. I think Noah Hannafin might have been another one. And what that did, if they had any type of Team of the Week or milestone or any type of card other than their main one, so Puljujarvi has a 74 overall silver card with whatever European Finnish team he was with before the Oilers and before he got this card. So with an investment like this, the gold card when they release it, so he has a base 74. I could see them giving Puljujarvi maybe an 82, 83 overall gold card. I would say he deserves something along those lines, 82, 83, nothing ridiculously high, like 86 or 85. Now, if he was to get an 83, this card would go up to an 85 Team of the Week. And it would get, what I say, 83, so it would get a +9 to every stat. Because it upgrades every stat by 9 and upgrades the base overall by 9. So he would go from a 76 to an 85, and he would get 90 skating, 84 shooting, 85 hands, 83 checking, and 81 defense. That, like, just the hype around, like, this card, and, like, even the gold card, when it comes out, it will be at a ridiculous price, just because, like, the hype around it, and especially when they release the Matthews card, in the line A, of course. Now Puljujarvi's a really cheaper option compared to Matthews and Line A's top card, because now They didn't give Line a Movember. They gave Matthews a Movember, so no matter what, Matthews is always like I have Matthews Movember. I'm always gonna have his highest rated card. Uh, he scored 2 goals and an assist last night. They didn't give him a card. They didn't give him like a player of the game, which would have been 86 overall, I believe. Uh, but what I'm trying to get at with these regular base cards, so like with Line A has two milestone cards, and he has a base 74 card. I believe he has a 78 milestone and a 76. You want to have the 78 milestone because when he gets his gold card upgrade, and I can see them giving Line a somewhat big upgrade, what's his base card, 74? I could see them easily giving an 84 or an 85 Line A. Say if it's an 84, that's a plus 10. That's an 80 overall milestone Line A. That card would easily be 200k. Guaranteed. And now that's if he doesn't get another upgrade until February. So say Puljujarvi was to get a milestone or a player of the game or any card that he got upgraded by, I want to sell these and then get his best version. Now I have 7 of these, maybe I sell 7 of them and get his because he go up to a 78 because I believe it is a card 84 and lower goes up by 2, but once it hits 85, it starts going up by 1. So, unless it goes from like, so say Grabner was an 85, I believe his base card's an 84. Yeah, his base card's an 84, so he went up by 2 to an 86. But now Markov, for example, his base card is an 85, and he only got a plus 1 on his Team of the Week or any special card. Doesn't have to be Team of the Week, can be Player of the Game, Milestone, whatever. So, Puljujarvi, I got a majority of them for 6k. There were times where he was selling for 13. There was a bit of one for like 9 last night, and I got one on bid for like 5k. Let's just go and check. I don't think I paid more than 7k for one of them. Let's just go and check and see. I would love to check his last price sold, but unfortunately EA had to remove it for some reason. Seeing the right wing two-way forward on the Edmonton Oilers. There should be a good amount of them up. 10k. So you see just right there, the cheapest one up is 10k. Now, he's not selling for 10k because I wouldn't buy him for 10k. Honestly, like, even if he gets an 83, and I said, like, he goes up by plus 9, and he goes, like, an 85 or an 84, this card isn't necessarily going to skyrocket in value, but I definitely think once, if he gets another upgrade, say if he gets 2 more upgrades, then he has an 80 overall special card, and then he gets the upgrade, like, to a plus 9 or a plus 10, that's when you're really going to start making profit. So say if this card was to turn into an 84, it gets like a plus 8. This card might go to like 25k, 30k max, I would say. I can't really see it going that much above, especially after a few days when he gets the upgrade. But I'm going to show you one now, and I've been contemplating whether I should buy it or I shouldn't buy it or what should I do. I believe they have him as a two-way forward for some reason in this game. Yes, they do. So here is the milestone line A. So he has a base card of 74. He's definitely going to get an 84 base card, an 84 gold card for sure, I would say. So that's a plus 10. So take this 78 overall milestone and give it a plus 10 to all the stats. 89, 87, 85, 89, 88. That card will skyrocket in value. Skyrocket. Now, he's going for about 100k. It seems like the one guy, okay, that one's up for 79. I could actually afford that one. I've I've really been contemplating whether to buy this card or whether to just don't do it. just because I bought the Movember Matthews and that was like my one big investment. But definitely the line A, like if I had 300 more K, I would definitely buy I'd definitely buy the one for 79 and I would probably buy one more just because just this card I'm shocked they didn't give him a Movember. Like he would probably be a 200K Movember. And I'm gonna get into one more thing after I talk about Matthews. And it's gonna be another card type that they implemented last year. So milestone. I'm gonna search for his milestone just because I'm not going off the Movembers because only Matthews has a Movember. This card kind of came down when his Movember came out just because a lot of the people. Uh, Matthews has a base card of 82. He has a fairly high overall base card. I really can't see them giving Matthews any more than like an 85 base card, 84, which would only give this card a +2. And I know you're probably saying, oh, but you bought his Movember, like, what are you, like, kind of thrashing on this card for? So, I mean, if it gets a +2 or 3, it'll still go up in value. Not as much as somebody like a Line if a Line gets a +10. Just because, like, they gave McDavid a pretty good upgrade last year. I think he went from an 82 to an 88. Matthews isn't having near the season McDavid was having last year before he got injured. They'll still give him obviously a gold card. Now it would be really shitty if they gave him a gold card the same overall or like an 8 or like a +1. Uh, he's 2 points behind Line for scoring in rookies, so I can see them giving him like an 84 and giving Line an 84, Puljujarvi an 82 or an 83, like that. And his milestone kind of started going up in price last night when he scored the 2 goals. If they would have gave credit to him on Kadri's goal, he would have got a player of the game for the hat trick. He would have gotten a player of the game. So the cheapest one up is about 250. I honestly forgot. I think I bought mine for 270 around there. And that's when, after he scored the first goal, I believe, he dropped down to about 250 today when he didn't get the upgrade. But one thing I'm going to talk about with these rookie cards, and especially this is why I bought Matthews. I believe it was April, late April. They gave the rookies last year in NHL 16 a card called the Flash Forward card. And they did this a couple times afterwards with some of the drafted rookies, like they gave one to Matthews, they gave one to Puljujarvi, they gave one to Line, they gave one to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Uh, I'm trying to remember more of the rookies that got drafted this year. Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk got one. Uh, and then they gave one to guys who were already drafted. I think like Anthony DeAngelo got one, Travis Konecny got one. But the big ones last year, and I made a shit ton of money off of the Movember McDavid and Movember Eichel because I had them when they were still at like their base card, and that was when they released the flash forward cards. McDavid had like a 94, Eichel had a 93, Hellebuck had like a 90, Gibson had a 90. I believe Shea Theodore had one. Uh, I know Hannafin had one. And November McDavid's price went from like 150K to 1.3 million. And I made a shit ton of coins off of it. Uh, Eichel went from like 80K to I think it was like 700K or 800K, something ridiculous like that. Now, I would say they'll do that again this year. But the thing is, like only one rookie this year got the Movember, and that was Matthews. If they give Matthews a flash forward card, what did they give McDavid last year? I think they gave McDavid what? This was after he got the regular base gold card upgrade. I'm trying to think, because Eichel went from an 82 to a 93 in his flash forward card, but McDavid went from like an 88 to a 94. Uh, it's kind of odd how they kind of did that, and it was like a bombshell. I remember I left my PS4 on, and I actually had HUD opened, and I had the Movember McDavid, and I had the Movember Eichel, and I was just hanging on to them for under 23 Team of the Year, because I knew that they would both get them. And I remember I fell asleep, I put my headset down, and I slept. I woke up at about 20 after 8 my time, so 20 minutes after like any new cards or packs would come out, and I checked Twitter before I like refreshed HUD, and everyone was flipping out on Twitter. I'm like, what did EA just do? Sure enough, I reloaded HUD and I see flash forward cards, and I went on my mic and one of my friends were like, "Oh my god, like EA just dropped like these ridiculous cards," and like one of them said like, "Don't you have like like these Movembers?" And then sure enough, I went to sell and I checked and McDavid was a 94, Eichel was a 93, and I made almost 2 million coins just off of two cards that I paid around 220k for. So that's what I'm kind of trying to say with these rookies, Matthews, Puljujarvi, and Laine. So with Laine and Puljujarvi, with the gold card upgrades, I could see obviously Laine getting an 84 and 85, and I could see Puljujarvi probably getting an 82 or an 83 at highest 84. But I think if they're generous and they do give like Puljujarvi an 83 or 84, then they'll give Laine an 86 or an 87, and like Matthews an 86 or an 87. I could see them giving Matthews an 86 and Laine an 85 just because Matthews is the better like all around player, and Laine is like the more goal scorer type. I don't want to compare them to Crosby and Ovechkin, but that's kind of like what it is. So with Laine and Puljujarvi, you always, since they didn't get a Movember, you always want to have the best possible card that they have. So special card wise, say Line gets 5 goals in his next game, and they give him a 80 overall player of the game. You want to sell the 78 milestone, and you want to get that 80 overall player of the game. Now I had Matthews' milestone, and I sold it because once you got the Movember, I'm like, okay, the Movember is gonna be a lot more expensive, and also Team of the Year. Uh, the thing is, there's people that are like for Team of the Year for under 23 Team of the Year. There's under 23, so there's like 23-year-olds like Gaudreau who are going to be top scorers, and McDavid's going to make under 23. They'll probably give Eichel one even though he's out for the first like 6 or 7 weeks. So even though Matthews and Laine are having really good seasons, it's six forwards to make it. It's six forwards. They do two NHL lines. They do the third line as like a European slash AHL line, and then the fourth line is a CHL. And they do that with the defense as well. They'll do the top four defensemen, one European AHL guy, and then one CHL guy. Uh, I remember last year they did Ekblad. Uh, I can't remember all the defensemen, and then I know Wideman from Ottawa's farm team got one, and Shea Theodore got one. Or Josh Morrissey got one, actually. Yeah, it was Shea Theodore from the AHL and Josh Morrissey from the CHL. The under 23 forwards last year, I know McDavid got one. I know Gaudreau got one. Oh, Klingberg was another one. He's 24 now. But there were a couple of weird ones, like Trocheck got one. Skinner got one. Like, really kind of weird ones. You wouldn't think, like, why wouldn't they give one to, like, Eichel? Eichel actually did get one, but it'll be it'll be interesting to see if they do give like Matthews and Line a team of the year, because I'm gonna like one of these days I'm gonna search up like under 23 rookies and I'm gonna look through all of them and see, because like McDavid and Gaudreau are locks, and then if they do throw Matthews and Line in, uh, they'll do the gold card upgrades before team of the year. So even when the gold card upgrades do happen, sell the milestone line A, sell like that's what I'm gonna sell the team Lee Yarvies when his gold card comes out, because then they're just gonna keep going down. But the Movember Matthews, probably when his flash forward card comes out, and that's like what, it's November, November, December, January, February, March. It's like 5 months away, 6 months away. So I'm gonna enjoy the card while I have it. And if he gets a couple upgrades throughout the year, maybe you get a player of the game or a milestone or something. Hopefully he does. But I'm definitely gonna keep the Movember Matthews and the Team League Puljujarvis unless Puljujarvi gets another upgrade. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know this video was kind of all over the place. In a couple of investments. Oh, one more I do want to make. He is on my team right now. He is on my team right now. Movember John Gibson. He's going for about 30K right now. There's only, I think, 4 goalies that are 23 and under playing in the NHL right now. There's Gibson, there's Connor Hellebuck, there's Vasilevsky. I looked at the list the other day. There's one more, and Matt Murray. It's a 50-50 toss-up for under 23 team of the year between Gibson and Matt Murray. It's a 50-50 toss-up. I think Gibson will get the under 23 team of the year goalies because Murray's kind of playing like a backup role. Murray does have better stats than Gibson this year. I think they'll give it to Gibson though for sure. So this card's going for about 30K. I think he had a Movember last year too. It was going for like 110, like 100K, nothing out of the water, especially with goalies. Like the goalies' prices don't really go up a whole lot. When they get like team of the years and stuff, like big upgrades. He was the one who got a flash forward as well, I think, and like even then, he didn't really skyrocket in price. Especially like goalies don't really go up a whole lot. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Another thing I want to mention, we are currently at 199 subscribers. I want I want to hit 200. I'm on a long weekend before I go back to school. I want to hit 200. I need one more subscriber as my phone starts ringing. I need one more subscriber. Get me to 200. I'll probably end up giving away someone on my team, probably Doug Gilmore. Uh, but I really want to hit 200 subs, and I'm doing a giveaway once we hit 200, and then I'll probably do another giveaway when we do hit 200. So I'm doing a Ben Bishop giveaway. Go check out my recent videos. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this video was kind of all over the place, but I hope this video kind of helped you make some investments that you were kind of on the ropes about. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Feedback is important, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.